And this is Ephesians 6 workout. And we're doing phase 1 and phase 4. Today what we're doing is taking one of the standing postures and working on them in the mat section. So, dear Lord, thank you for getting us here. Oh my gosh, thank you for getting us here, Lord. Thank you for friends, Lord. Thank you for the way we can encourage each other. Lord, we could never, ever do it without our community. That's the way you've made us. I learned that more and more. God, we offer this time to you for your pleasure and to spend time with you, meditating on your word, to spend time with each other. Amen. Let's take a big, deep breath of heaven. Inhale. And exhale into belt of truth. And you can do it here or here or here. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, come up into breastplate of righteousness. And into peace shoes, high or low. And then we'll round the back and come back into breastplate and peace shoes. Remember when you come up from peace shoes to really use your core. Can you hear my dog scratching at the door? Darn it. Whenever I'm in here, she's like, oh, is it time for me to come in and work on your mat with you? And exhale and come up one more time into breastplate here or here. It's a big inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale into peace shoes. Weight in the toes, lifting those heels if it helps. Into peace shoes. And rolling up. And take a big breath of heaven to breastplate. And let's go into belt of truth for our exhale. And then inhale into belt of truth. Hi, welcome. And exhale into belt of truth. We're doing a quick warm up and then we're gonna go to the mat. Inhale into breastplate. Oh, this is feeling great. Oh, I'm so glad we're here. And exhale into belt of truth. We'll take this leg back into overcomer. It can be wide or it can be long. Hips are square. And back into belt of truth. If I ever want to warm up fast, I always do belt and overcomer, other foot. Because it uses all the large muscles of the body. So it gets the most, exhale, it gets the most blood into the big muscle groups. And it gets the most oxygen, therefore, and everything's circulating. And exhale, you can really feel that. I feel like I'm warmed up already in the other foot. And I am a slow warmer. It takes me a long time to get warmed up. Let's do 2 more and I think we're gonna be warmed up. I like the layer 1 belt here with layer 3 feet. And then it helps me to get into the layer 3 overcomer. Just kind of weird how you can mix up the arms and the legs. So I'm doing layer 1 arms, layer 3 feet, and that way I can step right back into my layer 3 overcomer. Now let's come into belt of truth and breastplate of righteousness. And then we'll go into peace shoes and transition to the mat and spend the rest of the time on the mat, which will be awesome. All right, you can walk or jump the feet back. And let's just do a couple of shields. Take the shield of faith with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Let's come into a side Selah on one side. And go ahead and stretch forward for a twist in the back. And let's do side sailor on the other side. And reach. Oh, I love side sailor. Layer one, it's the best. And let's do some boats. I'm going to start with a layer one boat. I'm going to raise one leg at a time, get the neck where it needs to be. You can tell I have not drank enough water today because my feet are already cramping. Neck is long, spine is straight, and touch down, and hands underneath the hips. Exhale as you stretch out the legs, and inhale as you arch that back. Continue exhaling, making the legs long, inhaling, arching that back. You see my arch here? And notice I don't drop my head back because then it's too hard to get it back up. It's a strain on the neck. So we're just gonna hold this boat and then take the arch out into angel wing, pushing up with an arched / straight back, lifting the arms up, shoulders are down, so you're not here, you're here. Shoulder blades kissing together, and you're gonna come forward with a straight back as far as you can, and then at the very end, you round and release. And then another boat. You can do layer one or layer two or layer three, which is the arms up, which I'm not going to do right now. And then lower the legs into angel wing, and that's the way to do boats and fishes in the layer two. So let's do it one more time. Go back to that layer one so you see how it fits together. So here's your layer one boat. Belly button into the spine. Touch down. Forearms. And as you lengthen, you arch. Shoulder blades coming together. Take the arch out, come into your angel wing, arching the back and keeping it arched as far as you can forward. At the very end, you round that back. Set up my wide angle back here and then walk it forward with a nice arched back. Wow, I wide angled right out of the frame. Wide angle. Okay, there we go. Back in the frame. And for me, this setup is great because right now I'm activating the tops of the thighs and extending out through my cramping feet. I haven't drank my water today. That's always how you can tell. And I love pointing in WholyFit because people avoid it for that reason. They haven't drank enough water, they haven't had enough minerals, and they cramp. And it's simply nutritional, that's all it is. So we're gonna roll forward onto the sits bones. then arched back. And let's go to one side. And this is a variation that we really don't teach in certification, but we all know it. And bring that top shoulder back, because it was in the initial routine when we first had it published on DVD 20 years ago. So this is fair game for us. Wow. And I'm releasing a lot just by holding this top shoulder back. And let's try the other side. So let's get the sits bones where they need to be again. And hold it up with the core. And it's a straight back. And then a hinge here with this shoulder going back. So there's no forward bend at this point. It's completely lateral. It just works it a little bit differently. And wow, I really feel this thigh opening up, just like I did on the other side. Great job, guys. So we just hold these. It's so nice and relaxing, and it really relieves stress. I am convinced that I hold a lot of stress in my muscles, and when we stretch, I really feel like it gets rid of that. All right, great job. And let's go ahead and shake it out. Do a couple HolyFit rolls. This is a transition that we use, but you can also use it as an exercise in and of itself. We usually use rolls to come back up to the top of the mat, and it's the alternative to swiveling to the top of the mat. So let's either swivel or roll up to the top of the mat. And let's walk up. And don't come up because we're still on the floor. We're gonna come into an overcomer on the knee. Since we skipped our standing section today, what we're doing is taking one of the standing postures and working on them in the mat section. So our normal format for a 60-minute class is phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in a 30-minute class like today, we're doing phase 1 and phase 4. So we're gonna steal some of the standing postures and put them in the mat work. And this is fair game also because it's really helpful to work on all of your standing postures in kneeling position. How are you doing, Mary?
I'm just trying to see. So your knee's actually back, like in a layer 2. Okay. What's that?
Some people don't like their knee down though, so you can keep your knee up.
You can go up or down. Okay, that's what I wanted to see.
Because we're working on our overcomer. Yeah. So you can work on overcomer like from a chair or on the floor, today we're on it, right, on the mat. And what I'm doing is getting more of a stretch right here in a concentrated way than I could if I were doing it in standing. Okay. We can also work on some of the balance moves on the mat, which I really love to do also. So you can have that knee down or up, and I'm gonna pick mine up because it's a little bit too much on my knee, and add that twist. And again, you can set that knee down if you want to, just to get a nice twist going. And I did this in the 20-day challenge also. We're trying to think of a name for our challenges. We were thinking of Pilates, but that's pretty funny, so I don't know. It's HolyFit kinetically done. And so we need a new name for that fusion system, because it's really not in the WholyFit format. It's really a different system. Okay. And let's go ahead and straighten out that leg. And we're gonna do gift revolt from the knee. And this gives you a really good stretch here. And you notice we're still holding it in static position. We're not moving it. Whereas in the 20-day challenge, remember, we moved it. We went down and up, down and up. That is a different system, and we're trying to think of a name for it. Let's come back to that overcomer. And back to shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation, Yada. So take out the arch, lift with the hips first, and measure for Yada.
And bring the other leg up into overcomer. Take as many steps as you need. In the layer 3, you just pop that foot right up there.
All right, so we're waiting now for this thigh to release. Working on our overcomers. Oh, and Mary, remind me, if you guys are going to retreat, let me know your t-shirt size so I can order you the t-shirt.
Okay.
Gotta get those ordered right now. We're to a delivery date of October.
If they fit like most of the ones we have, go with the large.
Okay. All right, and then we can add that twist. It'd be nice for us to all be in the same t-shirts. They're kind of a dusty royal blue. Like they're not a bright royal blue, they're just kind of a dusty. They're
so they like the purple teacher training ones, but in blue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They only have that kind left, and they're completely out of 2X. So all they have everything but 2X. And let's straighten that forward leg and come into our revolved gift. Trying to line up my shoulders here, one on top of the other. Wow, I'm really getting cramps today. That nice twist going. And of course, for this transition, you know we're going to need to do a shield, right? Because I'm not going to do another ugly transition. I just can't do it. All right, back to overcomer. And back to shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation, Yada. So take out the arch, lift with the hips first, and measure for Yada. And in the mat work, let's go ahead and add in a sword of the Spirit. On one side, breathing, usually sort of the spirit we just kind of move through, but in the mat work section, we can hold it, which really helps us work on it and open those hips. And let's change legs. Make sure I'm all together here. Okay. So you can do layer 1, layer 2, or layer 3. And allow that sword to just open up. One reason I really like bringing these standing moves into the mat work is you can really work on them then. Because our goal in warm-up is really to flow. All right, let's work on oak tree. So have a seat. We're gonna work on oak tree from the mat. And I like to put my leg out in front a little bit for balance. Otherwise, if you're here, it kind of makes you rock. So a little hinge here. And up high, lots of space here. Keep an apple space here. And then oak tree position. And work on getting that hip open. Pull the leg up a little higher. So layer 3. We're going to skip oak tree front. We're just going to do oak tree side. So you can grab the ankle or the toe and push this top hip forward. Try not to go back. Keep pushing the top hip forward and extend. And again, this leg doesn't go forward, it goes to the side. And then you can really stretch up. From the floor, if you need to adjust your grip, that's fine. You want to take that top hip and keep pushing it forward, forward, forward. Top hip forward. Great, let's go back to oak tree. And we'll switch to the other side with a side Selah. And a swivel to the other side Selah. So that's just such a great stretch for the lower back. And come to the other oak tree. I'm going to face this way just so I can see you. There you are. I'm putting my feet slightly front, not to the side, so I don't fall. This little hinge keeps you upright. Apple space right here, so pushing down, keeping the spine straight so your spine isn't curved, it's straight. Shoulders stacked, and then into your oak tree. Oh, I just felt like doing everything on the ground today.
This is great.
Oh, good. It feels good to me too.
It's a really great option to give people.
Yes, I agree. And then up to layer 3. And actually, you end up working just as hard. It's just not as mentally hard. Because you're not balancing, you feel more relaxed on the floor. I know a lot of people, balance is just mentally taxing because they're standing up and they don't want to fall. And here on the ground, now you're really concentrating on opening up that hip and you're not worried about falling over. So it's just a more relaxing way to do it. That top hip pushing forward, forward, forward. My hip wants to roll back. but keep pushing that hip forward. I'm gonna hold this right here because I have a ligament that pops right here. And there's a name for it. I forget the name right now. And you know what? I really need a 90-degree in the ankle and that elbow also. And all kinds of pops. I'm going to have to slightly bend my knee because that ligament is not feeling right. So in order to open my hip, I'm having to sacrifice the inner thigh stretch because of my ligament issue. And also when I point, it activates that area where my ligament is. So I'm slightly bending my knee and pushing the hip forward, and now I feel a nice stretch with no popping or clicking. Awesome, awesome blossom. All right, let's come into that side Selah one more time. Let's stay right here because we're in a great position for dove. So go ahead and set that up. So we've got one leg top of the mat, and the other leg is walking. To open this area up as big as you can. And then coming to the hand and putting in the arch in the back. Still a big space under here. Could roll a little tennis ball into this back leg. And reaching for the back ankle. And again, pushing this hip forward, this top hip forward, arching the back, reaching for that ankle. This is a safer way to do the stretch. I know you've seen, keep holding. This is not a WholyFit posture, okay? But you've seen this stretch people do. That's horrible. It's too much pressure on the knee. And also, you can do it better. This is a better way to do that same stretch. There's no compression angle. And if you like, you can bring that leg in, come up bouncy, and just get some nice space. Pushing this hip forward. And this is dove. You can always grab that leg and do your dove. You notice that the dove is completely different than that other one I just showed you, right? The other one had all the pressure on the knee and it was up higher. It didn't have this type of setup where you were off the ground. So if you'd like, if you feel like it's opening up, you can grab that leg. Now you notice that your weight in dove is on the thigh right here. It's not on the kneecap. That's the difference between that yoga pose that I just showed you and WholyFit dove. Also, we have a 90-degree angle in the back of that knee, and also we're pushing and pulling. We're not just relaxed. Good job. Let's do a side Selah on the other side. All right. My dog is crying to get in. Whenever I'm on the mat, she thinks it's squirrel time. Such a squirrel, she's not even a dog. Are you a squirrel, Lulu? Saw a mountain lion, right over there, next door. Huge mountain lion, like an actual lion, right? And then my daughter-in-law saw the male and the female. And these are no bobcats. These are bona fide mountain lions. So I'm looking, there's all kinds of little squirrels and birds and a roadrunner running around. So no wonder the mountain lions like it over there. Now we can go ahead and work on a little bit of the layer 3. Waiting for the opening, not on the kneecap or on the thigh, the muscle on the top of the thigh above the kneecap. So we're not on the kneecap at all. It's that muscle, I can't remember the name. It's escaping me. It's the muscle that's really developed in bike riders.
So we start discussing among each other what the name of that muscle is. It's a quad muscle. It's on the inside of the thigh, right over the knee, and it's highly developed in cyclists. It's the vastus medialis. That's the pad that we are setting our weight on in the back leg in Dove.
Muscles, you know, I have to always review. Am I the only one? I mean, the muscles I'm always referring to. I remember, but.
So the back leg is not resting on the knee. It's resting on the lower part of the quad, waiting for those muscles to slowly open.
Great job. I think we should go into butterfly. Spreading the chest through, pulling the legs in and down. Breathing. This has felt really great today. I think we have a bridge in our future if time allows. I love that outdoors where you are. That's so pretty. All right, one last rest before we go to bridge. So thread the wrists through, and we're gonna go down with a straight back as far as possible. Open those hips. Pulling up on those ankles. And then rounding. Resisting with the legs against the arms. So pulling up and pushing down with the legs. Pulling up with the arms, pushing down with the legs. You know, just for a kick, let's see how much we've opened up in our wide angle. Because my wide angle felt a little sticky at the beginning. Bet you we could get a lot more stretch now. in our wide angle. So I'm going to set it up, and we never did wide angle forward either. So let's work on bringing it forward with a straight back as far as we can. Lots of energy here. The energy in the quads is what protects the ligaments. Then when you're at your max, you can round over. And when you do this workout again, you can always put music on. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to post it because of the little girl attack. I'm not sure that I am allowed to put her on social media. So I will check that out and get permission from the parents. Wow, my legs are so opening up. There's no way I could have gotten here before. I felt so sticky. And now my muscles are releasing. You guys too, looks like. And then round. Go ahead and hold it right there. I'm gonna see how much time we have left. No, we have time because oh, we do. Oh no, we don't. We've gone over. How did I do that? Oh, okay. So what I'll do is I'll just cut out the little part and put the rest of the video up. And then it'll be a half hour. All right. So go ahead and shake it out. And I think we should do a bridge before we leave. We just need one. So go ahead and come on down with the reverse setup. Set up your bridge. And we'll just do one because we're out of time. I was in the zone, sorry. Oh man, this feels so good. All right, let's do a knee hug and we're done. That's what I'll do. I will just download it and re-edit it and put it back up. Because I really like this workout. You guys have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow for kickboxing.
We had a great workout today. We're just stretching and talking at the end here. You can follow along. Blessings. See you next time. May God Himself make you holy and whole and keep you fit.
Bye. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.